I'm using the Cheap Joe's 3/4 inch angled shader for this value activity that I've developed, and I find it to be the perfect brush for looking at value in these 1 inch, 1.5 inch squares and matching value to a scale that I've created using Sumi ink over here on the far left. And what I do is I use the angle shader to paint down the value scale one block at a time. It's actually quite fun and meditative. And then I'll work on each of these blocks to try and ensure that they match my Don Rankin's value finder to the degree possible. And I do this, of course, by, we've already talked about squinting. And I notice that this number 2 is a little bit darker in value than I need. Number 3 appears about correct. Number 4 is a little bit light in value. And so again, I continue down the scale trying to match the value in each block. The Cheap Joe's Angle Shader is also a great brush in its own right. It comes in several different sizes, but if you're doing landscapes and you're painting any kinds of barns or buildings, it's a wonderful brush because of the angle to create rooftops and window dormers and all kinds of things like that. It also lays down a really nice, clean edge that has a calligraphy feel to it. It is a nylon brush, relatively inexpensive, and I would highly recommend it for both the purposes of an activity like this or for landscape painting in general.